It's time.
Dwight, how much
He
do I have to
died!
pay you to play Battle of Underworld?
How much do you have to pay me? I don't know, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot of power.
Look. If I force you, I have to join you. That's the
Oh
legal
wait, shit. There's
obligation.
already a source for this.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
right.
No.
Gee, I totally
Here,
forgot.
David, I'll help you out. I'm gonna go see how much it is on the Steam right now.
Oh shit!
Man, I love how
It's
how
still full
shitty the
price.
save data icon is for Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. It's just like a black bar with like Jimmy standing all narrow right in the middle of it.
It's real, isn't it bad?
I'm sorry, David. It's still full price at $40.
Worth it.
That game is not worth $40.
Worth it.
$20.
Dwight is gonna play it. Worth it.
But no, but we have to pay Twy to play it. We can't also make him or us pay $40 extra. That's just too much. Square doesn't need that money for a game they didn't want to make in the first place.
All right. It's poker time.
Here we go.
We're watching Tim's secret Koopa Kid comic about the poker game.
Okay.
Hello guys, Nintendo Caprice down here, and this is a quick little video I'm throwing in between projects because a couple of people...
Is that really quiet?
I did not understand a single thing he said in that first sentence.
Hold on, I have to turn it up.
Whatever. These are the Koopa Kid comics that I did in high school.
Is that better?
I'm not much better
I
of a
meant
drawer
that
than
it
I
was
was then.
so fast that I couldn't understand.
Be something, I don't know. It's about 500 frames. We're just gonna go through each one. So, and like, you can actually, if you want, you can actually turn the volume down and just watch this without commentary if you want. But I wouldn't recommend it because there are some
let's
things
do a
that just plain
fan dub.
don't make sense.
Oh my
Can we do
god.
that later?
Yeah, let's do that later.
That'd be really fun.
The main character in this thing. He was always like my favorite Koopa Kid, as they were called back then. I think they call him Koopalings now or something. I don't know. He's looking at his hand of poker because basically this whole comic strip revolves around poker, which I played a lot of as a kid. So he's going for a straight flush and blah blah blah. That's his opponent. His name's actually Periwinkle. He's like the ultimate bad guy because I didn't know what to do.
The ultimate bad guy.
Going too fast. Go back. Stop disobeying my commands and go back. Thank you.
Did he just make a PowerPoint?
Anyway,
Is that what
his card
happened
and
here?
Ludwig gets the straight flush. This is actually based on something that someone did to me.
What if this is like just like a Windows gallery or something?
Thank you so much for that.
And then, you know, they goaded me into betting $10.
That was Genshin, dude.
And then they beat me with 5 of a kind. I don't even know how they did it. Like, I don't remember if we were playing Deuces Wild.
They probably cheated, Tim.
Anyways,
Sounds like they might have cheated.
Best support had me on Genshin. Sorry.
On that phone, I don't know why. Anyway, so Ludwig's crying on the bench. And I like just these small details like the roads and the trees and everything. I don't know. Here comes Lemmy, just yeah,
oh.
so bad. I always kind of imagined Lemmy to be like one of the nicest Koopa kids, so I don't know.
I don't know
And when
about
he
that.
realizes that,
I don't know. I've
know,
played
Ludwig's
Mario
lost
Kart.
$50. It turns out he lost $50.
I played
that he
Color
borrowed
Splash for
from
Lemmy's that was evil
So
boss.
now he's not gonna be able to give it back, and Lemmy's
I
suitably
knew it.
pissed off about the situation. He just, I love these frames where like one of them's in the background and you can see the other one, just like whatever.
Take a shot every time he says the
Obviously,
small
things are not so
details.
well for Ludwig. This is embarrassing. I was like, good, well, as far as I care, he can spank you to death. I mean, come on. Bowser doesn't spank his kids. Come on. You're so dumb. If he's spanking anybody,
Imagine
it's
that
Princess
frame,
Peach.
but
Never
like
mind.
he's got a dumpy.
Oh, and then this was like Ludwig having like a mental breakdown or something, like an anxiety
don't know
attack or
why.
something. It's just something like you'd see in a movie.
Looked like the
Did he
why is
blow up?
everybody
What am
so
I gonna
mean
do?
to me meme.
He exploded.
He
So
had a
there's
mental
Lemmy and
breakdown.
Iggy in bed. And I always kind of imagined Lemmy and Iggy as brothers. I guess because in the Mario Brothers Super Show, they kind of made them that way. They called them Hip and Hop. So, I mean, they're all brothers technically, but I always kind of imagined Iggy and Lemmy as like twins or something. Whatever.
Which was
Yeah,
always
yeah.
weird.
He definitely
That they
doesn't
lean
read the
into that.
dialogue as much as he did in Lemmy's
also.
Ulcer.
Which I hope is not
Yeah,
too
it's weird that
distracting.
they lean into
But at the same time,
Iggy
I'm
and
trying to
Lemmy
go
as
slow
like
enough so you can
twins
somehow
in a lot of
register
stuff.
what's
When
being said in the
if you
box
go
is-
by Super Mario
while
Bros.
at the same
3
time
is
hearing
birth
what I'm
order,
saying.
they're separated by Roy.
Royal Bar. Gee, I wonder where I came up with that name. What a dope. some of this dialogue is just so bad. And then you see this scene here is like from a different angle, and you can see the window and Bowser's out there calling out to Ludwig.
And the wall.
And there's the frame I posted on Facebook. Bowser looking like an old woman, like, "Oh, where's
my
baby?"
baby?
Just, I don't know. There's something about that frame. It looks like an old woman. But Ludwig's running away because
Something about that frame looks like an old woman.
Well, he doesn't want to be punished. Probably is most likely. Anyway, next day, everyone's meeting up, and this is just stupid expository stuff that you have to do. Like, Iggy and Lemmy take your stand. Seriously. So they're trying to like figure out where Ludwig might have gone. So they're like putting the pieces together, and Iggy tells about how he saw, Ludwig with the money, and he was off to go play poker. And then the next thing they saw after that, I don't know why I did all these details. They don't really matter. You don't have to remember them or anything. So, but I was just
made like
around.
an Ace Attorney investigation.
Seriously.
And there it is. So he's kind of recapping the scene for everybody. Some of these frames turned out really stupid because, like, I didn't even bother to draw Bowser's body there. And you find out throughout the comics a lot of times I just got lazy and just draw their head and then whatever they were saying. And, of course, everyone cheers on Lemmy because they agree with him, except for Roy. Because Roy and Ludwig are, like, the two fat ones in Mario Bros. 3, so I kind of made them get in alliance with each other a little bit. Roy's like, "Well, you bet $50
Oh, yeah,
if you
that
had a
makes
straight
sense.
flush."
The two fat ones.
Yeah, because as I imagine most people would, if they were playing poker in real life and they got a straight flush, that would be
I
like
noticed
a
that
really
a
rare thing.
lot of the time when Tim
But in
talks
these
about writing
comics,
like
people get
characters,
really good
he
hands
talks
all the
about
time
characters having
because
alliances,
that's
like a
just
lot.
what
He uses
happens,
that
I
word a
guess.
lot.
because it's more interesting that way. So he explains. So Roy explains like the truth and all. There's one of the rare times I actually go so far as to draw their teeth. I don't know why. Well, I guess I drew them there, but
Of all the things, it's the teeth.
yeah. And then this is kind of important later. They got charged at Ludwig to get his money back, even though Ludwig technically, well, no, he didn't. Well, Ludwig tried to call him on cheating, and the guy, whatever. I don't know. There's Wendy, one of her few frames in the. Anyway,
Shut up, Roy!
Speaks for itself, I guess.
Jeez, so mean.
And here's Ludwig doing the Johnny card trick that some of you might have seen me do. Yeah, and he's trying to like impress the boom booms in the bar.
Oh, that's a boom
They're
boom?
just
And it's like, shut
So
up.
Ludwig dives at him, he ducks out of the way, and Ludwig just smashes him.
I was like, what is
So they
Donkey
start
Kong
going
doing
to
at the
work,
turtle
beating on him,
office?
and it's like, damn it. You hate to see this, you really do. But anyway, Roy busts in. The boom booms look over, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, me too,
I'm coming
Liam.
to
I don't
save
know
the
what the
day,
I don't know
so
what
he
the
just
Johnny card trick
Flaps
is.
the
No
tails,
idea.
I guess, more or less.
It sounds like it
One of
might
them
be a
gets hold of
Karate
him,
Kid.
and then Ludwig saves him, so it's like,
Oh yeah, that's very possible.
So Roy and Ludwig kind of catch up on things, and yeah, stupid arm motion, trying to be all body language and crap, but whatever.
Trying to be all body
Everyone
language.
thought you were dumb. I disagreed, so now they're mad at me. So whatever, fat Ludwig says we can run away together.
Fat Ludwig
Yeah,
says we
they
can
don't know
run
where
away
to go.
together.
So Roy's like, how do we bet in poker? That's how we can make some money. But, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense with what happens
That
here.
next
So
day.
here's like Roy and Ludwig actually practicing how to cheat. I don't know,
It's very funny.
Practicing
No one
how to
says that.
Oh, I've never noticed that before. But it
doesn't make any
totally
sense with
says
what happens
that
here.
next day.
So here's like Roy and Ludwig actually practicing how to cheat in poker. And, yeah, of course Ludwig doesn't want to do it because he's like honest and everything. Since when are the Koopa kids ever honest? I don't know. They're supposed to be like the bad guys, but like I
Oh,
like
no,
doing
it's
these
fun.
stories about them where they're the good guys or something. Like, what if Mario and the princess just weren't even in the picture? How would they live their lives? What would their world be like? And I always kind of imagined that, and so I guess that's where this comes from. Another headless or head with no body shot there. So then
Sorry,
Roy and
this is
Ludwig
a
are in the bar
Wendy's.
trying to put cards under their butt to save up for a good hand or whatever. And then I had this thing about like small straights, which I know there's no small straights in poker, but I don't know. Roy and Ludwig, even though
That's
they're
right.
losing, they're confident because they're saving their cards and all. So he's like, Roy, I got 4 aces. It's like I was saying, there's no small straights in poker. There are in Yahtzee, which I guess is where I
Yeah.
got confused or something. And maybe in some versions of poker that I have played, like in school, we did acknowledge small straights as a hand. And I don't even remember where they ranked on the scale. But anyway, Ludwig wins, they win the money, and so blah, blah, blah. And of course, no sooner do they win the money than they, walk by a sewer lid, and it starts vibrating, and Ludwig pulls it off, not scared at all. And out jumps a smart ball of all things. So this is where Smartball comes
What?
into it. I don't know why he's coming out of the sewer.
Smart Ball. I
guess
think
because
it's an
of World
NES
2
game
won, I don't
that Tim
know,
really
but-
likes.
It's a Super Nintendo game.
Super Nintendo game that Tim
Whatever.
really likes.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see the staples in the paper there. I kind of left that in for authenticity or something. They're not even stapled together anymore now because I couldn't scan them right. Because the paper was too far from the scanner on the stapled side, so whatever. Oh, and this is the obligatory wizard reference. I got that frame
I
twice
love
for some
those.
reason.
And then they get
And,
flashbang.
yeah, wizard reference. Screw it. It's so stupid. But anyway, of course Periwinkle's there, and he's like, I don't like it.
Well, I don't like it.
And of course Smartball clues him into who he actually is because the Koopa kids don't know. So we had to have a character who did know, and I guess that's Smartball's the closest thing to a role he actually has in this. But anyway, they go after him, but no luck. Roy gets a shot in and gets
Hey,
knocked
KB.
back. Smartball goes for something here. I don't know.
Oh, I
And
was
he,
wondering.
Like, jumps
Yeah.
up and then skip this ship. You know how I said when I messed up a frame, I just do that. I don't know. Yes.
For real.
But then, of course, Periwinkle fights back and kills him. And I never showed it in the game Smartball, but when you die, you actually turn black like that, so that's why he turns black. Anyway, Periwinkle takes their money and runs off. See ya, morons! He's like, man, he hurt my back! It's like, dang it. Why would a 17-year-old think of the back as a thing to hurt? You wouldn't know anything about that. I still don't know anything about that. Anyway, shut up. Yeah. So at this point, I was trying to get Ludwig and Roy, split apart. But I didn't really know how to do it, so I kind of had to force them into an argument here. So I kind of thought of the most basic argument you could come up with, which is words versus action. Like Roy's like, why do we waste our time thinking? And Ludwig says, well, why bother thinking, when anything you're going to do anyway or something. I don't know, it's almost like they agree with each other, but they get in this argument about it. And Roy's like, what's your point? And he says, we can't go nowhere until we know Periwinkle's not going to bother us. And this is why I would want somebody to watch it with the commentary so they don't know so they don't wonder what PW means. Since, I hadn't really I only mentioned Periwinkle actually in the comics one time to this point, so you might not remember. But anyway, they split up. Be glad to! I don't know why, I just love that. Skip this ship too? Like, what was I trying to do? Make him shoot another bird? Jeez. Roy's such a butt. Why? I bet he's going home now. Like, who says that? Who says why at the beginning of a sentence anymore? And then Ludwig catches wind of the poker tournament, and he imagines himself paying Lemmy back, and Lemmy saying gracias, whatever. It's because I was in school, and I was taking Spanish for the first time, and I was fascinated by it, so I was using it everywhere, and this is another place where I used it. So, but of course, Periwinkle's watching. Don't even try. I'm the true poker whiz. Like, yeah, of course.
So real.
Oh my god, it's Ludwig who
I don't like
dodges!
that frame for some reason. I don't know why. He missed me.
Oh my
That
god.
looks like some sort of.
I don't know why Periwinkle's suddenly so mad here. Like, he seemed to be leaving him alone for the most part, except for taking their money. Well, he did kind of. Well, I don't know though. They struck first anyway. Yeah, so he takes Ludwig back to his place, wherever that is. Here's some random Koopas. This is what I like about the world that I created here. Just these little. I mean, it's not really a world that I created.
Look
It's
at the
Mario
nose on
world
that guy. I love it.
The Koopas. I just kind of put them in there because they belong. Whatever. So Smartball finds another sewer that just happens to be open. I don't know. He goes down there and he finds this pad on the ground that just happens to be the time warp. Again, I don't know. But
Again?
I think
anyway,
it's a reference to the song.
But well, look at what we have here. Is that not another wizard reference? Actually, I think it is. Anyway, he slams the sewer down and traps the Smartball in there. I guess this is like after he's taken Ludwig back to his place. I don't know. He just keeps showing up everywhere.
I have a theory about that, actually.
Roy calls Bowser to come
really
pick him up.
but I love it.
And Bowser says, Roy, where are you? And this is where, it's kind of, just shut up and let her read it. So Bowser, takes it in his hands and says he'll solve everything. But notice that Roy mentioned Periwinkle's name to Bowser. Now watch this. Periwinkle. Bowser knows who he is. I love this frame. I don't know. I don't mean to brag about stuff that I made and all, but this is so something you would see in a movie. He knows who Periwinkle is and he's worried about it, so he's like, oh no. But he says it after he hangs up the phone, so his kid doesn't have to hear.
Periwinkle.
There's this cheap microphone as he's calling the kids over to his ship.
Yeah.
And there's the ship. Yeah, his sword looks like it. Meanwhile, Periwinkle's got Ludwig tied up. He's just a meanie. I don't know, man. Do not yell, or I'll put more volts on the zap. Saying there, it's kind of hard to read. And he turns it up to 1500. And Ludwig's like, no, but then he realized he wasn't supposed to yell because that's what made him turn it up. So he makes the poker face. See, I invented the. Never mind, I didn't.
Me
Shut
too.
up! And up to 5 grand he goes. 5,000 volts. Don't want to imagine what that would feel like, but here he goes.
About that
So
face.
he shoots the electricity out at Ludwig, who can't move because he's tied up. And, like, I couldn't believe this when I was reading these, that I actually let it hit him. Because, I don't know, because after 15 years I'd forgotten what happened. So, like, anyway, for some reason the shock breaks the ropes. But then Periwinkle just goes crazy and starts beating the hell out of Ludwig. And stupid for him, don't even. Just pretend that didn't even happen. Pretend he didn't say that. Ludwig would never say that. He's not that much of a. Whatever. And he puts on these spiked boots and just starts going AWOL, or going crazy on Ludwig, just stomping his leg and just, oh, poor Ludwig. I mean, I can't believe I made anything this graphic, but anyway, he throws Ludwig out of his house. Ludwig goes flying so far that he ends up passing Bowser on the airship. So, whatever.
But that was crazy.
So they turn the airship around, kind of like the airship in Mario 3 is what that's supposed to be. I guess that would be the most mobile kind of an airship to have, but anyway. Ludwig lands somewhere in the Forest of Illusion, I guess this was supposed to be. And, Dad! And, you know, Bowser's trying to find his way down, because it's hard with an airship when you're above the trees to kind of look down in and see. Anyway, the branch breaks that Ludwig is standing on. Not exactly the most underused plot contrivance we've ever seen, but just as Bowser gets there, Ludwig falls in a circle to the ground, helpless as ever. Meanwhile, nobody will ever find me in here. What happened to the time warp?
Jeez,
That's
better.
better. And
I thought
this
that
is the
said
only
that's
thing
be
where, like,
her.
what happened to the time
I love how he
warp?
says that with
Jeez.
like no pause between it at all.
I read that as let that's be her, and I'm like, what does that mean? Thank God he was reading.
That's better. And this is the only frame where I had Smartball like climb on the walls. I should have done that more. Because that's his whole staple, you know? I
Neopronouns?
don't know.
Real.
I had to ask. It's the big smart ball, the big boss you fight at the end of Smart Ball. It's great. You're gonna wish you hadn't asked. So he hits him with his willy-nilly, whatever that is. And Smart Ball's obviously got the moves to jump in the air and like stretch himself out to hit him. And never mind this ship. Anyway, whatever. The guy just keeps on picking fights with him for no reason. Well, I don't know. I don't know why. So he hits him back. I think he gets a hit in there or something. It's supposed to be implied, but it's not enough. And Smartball runs under him, jumps up, and then does this like flipping, stabbing something. It's hard to explain what he's even doing there, but it's like the super move, and the big Smartball is so impressed by it that he's like just decides to let him go. So whatever, no problemo. There's
Oh
the
my
Spanish
God.
again.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
No problemo.
Thirsty.
Problemo.
So Roy finds out about the
pretty
tournament and he's
rad,
wandering
dude.
around waiting for Dad to pick him up. And speak of the devil, there's Dad. Hey,
Here it is.
here I am, everybody. Hey, Roy. And of course, all is forgiven all of a sudden here, I guess. I don't know. Kids were near the forest where Ludwig was. I was reading that because it's blurry. And I'm sorry that you can like kind of see the next frame down through the paper. I guess it happened when I was scanning, so hopefully. Meanwhile, no, Ludwig's busted up, man. He sees his dad, but then he reaches out and it's just an illusion. The forest of illusion, remember? I don't think I even did that on purpose when I made the comics, but anyway. Skip this ship 3 as we saw. Of course, naturally, Smartball just happens to be there. Smartball, Ludwig! Oh, it's good to see you again, he says, yeah. What the heck happened to you? Was it PW? Whoever that is. Yeah.
Phoenix, right?
So we need to get you to a hospital, he says.
Phoenix
whatever.
Wright beat up
I don't
Ludwig.
think they
Oh
have
no.
hospitals in the Mushroom Kingdom, but whatever.
No way, dude.
He said, I'm an
So
attorney.
anyway. So Ludwig tells Smartball about the tournament, and it's all kind of coming together now. Ludwig's going to go to the tournament and try to win his money back. But as you know, Periwinkle's probably going to be there, just like you knew Lucas was going to be in the
This
video
fucking
Armageddon and all
Bowser
that.
design is so
2
ridiculous.
hours later, Ludwig's fixed up. Yay!
Like,
So they need to get to the tournament. And notice how the color of the pen I
What-
did it
what
with
the
keeps
fuck?
changing too.
like,
It's because it
why,
took me like several
why
weeks
does
to do this.
Bowser look
I
like
don't know,
that?
but I mean, and normally animation would not be whatever. I love this part here. Ludwig just says it feels good to run again because he's all better and stuff. It's like, I don't know, stupid frame. And this is supposed to be like some kind of narrative crawl thing I was doing. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I was imagining there, but. So yeah, Ludwig goes to get a drink. I don't know what that red spot is there. Probably a bloody nose that I had or something. One of the hundreds I've had in my life.
Oh, there's
So Smartball gets in
roboting.
line to
Oh,
register,
dear.
but oh, no sooner. There's
Good timing.
Periwinkle throw Smartball away.
Now I gotta do the thing. Gotcha. There we
We've
go.
seen how hard he can throw Ludwig.
Oh,
so
I guess I should wait till people actually get in the thing. There we go. That's fast.
whatever. He tramples the Koopas and resurrects himself. Smart balls shout down the sky. You'll be gone. Sure, whatever.
What?
Ludwig
Oh,
comes
the
back with
the video's roboting. Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
video's roboting.
That's a new one.
Yab.
All right, hold on. Let me.
That feeling when the video robot.
Huh. God, there's no like good way to fix that too. Let me try this. Maybe if I do this.
Drinks. Notices what's happened. I love how the drinks are all spilled. Ludwig comes back
Okay,
with
good.
the drinks. Notices what's
Thank you.
happened. I love how the drinks are all spilled on the ground. That's probably the closest thing to any, good details I put in this. Super Mario Bros. 3 curtains, update on the situation. I guess if you want to read it, you can pause it. But either way, I'll leave it up just in case, whatever. Oops, no. So Ludwig asked the guide, if he saw a smart ball or anything, and the guy's like, no, but if you would like to register. That's just like the perfect, Koopa behind the counter working, I don't know. It's like I'm surprised he's not like wearing a uniform and stuff. Yes, do it. Anyway, boy, that guy ought to pitch for the Braves. Further proof that I did this in Georgia. That was the year that the Braves were doing so well. And Sid Bream and all that shit. Yes, is that a shooting star? I don't know. Hey, guys. Stop reading. You're thinking about something else to say, and you're not going to say it. He's like, that ain't no shooting star. That's smart ball. It's just like, come on, man. Seriously, get with the program here. I mean, it's a lucky thing Ludwig just happened to introduce him to smart ball, or else he wouldn't know. Bowser's like, it may be possible.
It may be possible.
Roy runs up to catch him. Yay. Wait, we're going too fast here. I don't know.
This is so
I mean,
jarring
these aren't
without the
particularly,
music like
fascinating
Ulcer
drawings
has.
to look at or whatever. But
I was getting.
Whatever.
I thought it was jarring to have
Smart Ball
music because
tells
he
him about
mixes
the poker
it so
tournament, and
loud.
Periwinkle's there.
True.
And Bowser tells him to hit on that, but Smart Ball's like, no, wait. I got an idea. And that's a terrible Return of the Jedi reference. Meanwhile, Ludwig's at the tournament. He's got 3 jacks. So he puts it down. And the Boom Boom, I guess, had 3 10s. He pounds the table. He's mad, yeah. Yes, I won. The most evil-looking Ludwig in the comic strip, I think. About 30 minutes poker. I think that's supposed to be... Oh, no, after 30 min poker. Just whatever. So he's announcing the 3 finalists. Of course, Periwinkle's one of them. Lucas Barton from Nevada. And Maura Grissom.
Boom boom
And
723rd.
Jimmy Woods. Shut up. Anyway, he's modest about it, though, and they're just cheering. These random Koopas are cheering for him because they realize how cool he is just based on the time he's been there, even though they've never met him before. And Bowser's in the audience, too. Yay, he made it. Just like when... It's so much like the Wizard, because like when his dad arrives in the audience, too, and it's just... shut up. It's like you can make stuff that's inspired by a shitty movie. Whatever. So they tell Ludwig to call the coin toss. He calls tails, and it lands on heads. But what I did here actually ended up giving Ludwig the advantage, so I don't know what I was thinking.
Shit.
But because Ludwig only has to play one player, so he goes off and the worst hugging frame ever. Like I didn't know how to draw hugs back then.
I love Bowser's eyes in that
Worst
shot.
hug.
Oh my god, I've never looked at them
stop now.
before.
Stop now, Ludwig.
My son hugged me.
Frame ever. Like I didn't know how to draw hugs back then, so whatever. Well, son, let's see who you'll play against. We don't know who that's going to be at all. This goes by pretty quick. It's just one hand. Periwinkle's got who knows what. Well, no, that's Boom Boom, and he's going for the straight. And he's got a small straight flush. Whatever this is with these small straights, I don't know. But, he's got a large straight. It beats him. Periwinkle wins, and, well, it's not like I expected to win. It's whatever. So Ludwig plays Periwinkle, and best 3 out of 5 wins. I like this frame here where Bowser's like, go get him, but Ludwig's not so sure. It's just the small details. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't keep saying that. I don't
The
mean
small details.
I don't know why that's so funny, but he's got Jack through Ace of Spades. Like, what are the odds of that? And that's supposed to be the 10 of Hearts. But, so he goes for the 10 of Spades, and he gets the 10 of Clubs.
Hello, Jarvis.
But then, like, for some reason, I did this thing where he got 4 of a kind queens.
Hold on.
And since Ludwig had, like, a small straight flush, I made the judges decide that
Hi,
that was better than
do
4
speaker.
of a kind. I don't know if that actually is better. I think
On
it
mobile.
probably
I'm trying to
maybe,
do
yeah.
speaker on mobile right now.
He's
Oh,
like,
wait,
you're
found it.
kidding.
Hello.
But no.
Hey,
Actually, I think a small straight
Are
flush
you?
would be easier.
Troy, you're not
because
still
of how many
streaming, are
different
you?
ones could
I am.
get.
Yes,
But-
we're
Oh,
first.
Well, you
Yes,
could just
we are.
there's different four of a kinds you could get too, though, isn't there?
Oh, I
The
didn't.
odds
I
would
didn't
be
see
about
the
the same.
purple on
Anyway,
stream.
whatever.
Whoops,
So
my
Ludwig
bad.
wins the first one. Periwinkle's got nothing, so he throws it all but the jack, and he gets. He
How's
ends
it
up getting a full
going?
house
What's your
jack and
stream,
nines.
buddy?
good. I'm watching Tim's Koopa Kid comic video.
Nice.
That is. But Ludwig has full house queens and kings. I love that frame there. What?
What?
He's
What?
just so mad. I'll tell you.
I'm good. I just got
He
off
wins
work.
two if Periwinkle
Nice.
throws in the towel.
I,
And this is
I was
basically
supposed
like
to
the
get off
Karate
of
Kid.
work an hour earlier, but
Mhm.
The one plane ride said no. Otherwise,
Oof.
I'll explain
Where
more
Daniel
more
goes against
details off
John
stream.
Lawrence,
Mhm.
and he gets like the first 2 points. So, you know, and that's an interesting way to do the tournament because normally you'd expect the bad guy to win and then the good guy to come back. You don't expect the good guy to start out winning. But then that makes it all the better when the bad guy's got like motivation to do whatever. So Ludwig's got a straight, but he's got two different suits. So he decides to be greedy and go for a straight flush, and he almost gets it, but nope, two parts. And Periwinkle's got the royal flush, so
Hence,
yeah, it's stupid. You don't do
Defeats the
censoring
censor,
in
that'd be
comics,
that
that's
you've
stupid.
needed this whole time.
I don't know. Anyway, again, Periwinkle's got nothing. You can tell that it's him holding the cards because of the collared shirt and all, or the shirt sleeves or whatever. Anyway, whatever, he gets something. Ludwig's got three of a kind, he's just got a flush, yeah. Simple hand there. The final round, Periwinkle shall play Ludwig for $1,000.
$1,000.
And the announcer says good luck, and he's like, no, good luck to me, not to this crazy geek. Whatever. Now I'm just doing nothing but reading. But, whatever. Well, you got a pair of aces, that's not so bad. He's like, so much for the bucks. And, whatever, he keeps the king and the two aces. I don't know why he keeps the king, but whatever. I guess. Well, it's good that he did now, because he had two pairs. Whatever. And meanwhile, I'm like intercutting it with these evil looks to
Whatever.
Periwinkle because he's about to do
Whatever.
something. He's about to pull an
Whatever.
ace out of his pocket.
Whatever.
So he says some. He's got another one of these small
I'm not
straights. I don't like
positive.
talking about these. But he says he's got ace high, and Ludwig's like, really?
Really? Oh
He's
my
like, well, that's
gosh.
impossible
I
because
love how
I got
Periwinkle
the
looks
ace
like
of
he's
spades.
melting there.
Besides,
He
my
didn't
full house
even
beats
draw
you
half of
straight.
Ludwig's
Yeah.
body in that
Whatever.
shot.
So Ludwig wins the tournament. Attention audience by unanimous vote.
Vote?
Like, why would there be a vote? It's a poker game. Jeez. The winning hand is the winner. Jeez.
A unanimous vote.
Yeah,
That
so
gets me
Ludwig
every
does
time.
happy dance, but then Periwinkle reveals his true form. He's a charge and chuck. And Ludwig kind of puts it together here that he charged into him to get his money back. The spiked boots and the helmet.
Make this into 3 squares. I don't think you did, Tim.
Kind of all comes together. So it's almost like I was doing a murder mystery here, and I gave clues throughout as to what he really was, but there was no reason for anyone to believe that he would have been a charge and chuck. I don't know. But anyway, Bowser runs off
really
with
was
smart
an
ball
ace
for who
of
knows
spades.
what reason, and of course Periwinkle just jumps right on Ludwig. If anyone comes near, he dies. And yeah, one
Charge
second
and
is enough for you.
chunch.
So Bowser flies in with his airship. Bam! Just like
I
that.
caught that. Glad I'm not the only one who
And
saw that.
I don't know what this is. I guess the giant smart ball figured out little smart ball's big secret move or something.
His head
and he
exploded.
does it.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know. Make him kill him with a super move, just whatever. And then Ludwig gives Lemmy his money back, just as he had imagined it. So they all
Gracias.
decide to go home.
Gracias.
Nice.
And then he says C to
Bring smart
Bowser,
ball
like
to live in
whatever.
Giant land, totally. Yeah, whatever. That's a cheap shot of the airship. I could have at least drawn the whole thing instead of just one little whatever. And he said, "Here's a $2
Whatever.
tip." Yeah, so this is like that night. This is like the epilogue, basically. The after the good guys win is like the, I don't know. And the Boom Booms can't seem to get the Johnny trick right. It's like, how the heck does he do that? So even though they were bullying him about it before, they were kind of actually, really, they were impressed by it. So, high four. Would you mind showing us how to do that?
God, his mouth is so straight there.
Sure.
Oh my
High
god.
four.
And of course, Ludwig explains it to him, and that's where the camera kind of zooms out and tell end of story, whatever that is. The phony was destroyed, but the real Periwinkle, our audience can only guess where the true Periwinkle is stationed. But he will not bother the Koopa Kids now that he knows their power. I don't even know,
What?
guys, but that's the
Well, I
Koopa
like
Kid
to
comics.
imagine because there's one point.
Sorry if they
like,
weren't as good as you were hoping.
I think
but
shortly after
that's them,
he
so-
kidnaps Ludwig,
so there's really not
he
much
like
else to say.
jumps
So this is
smart ball,
Nintendo
and it doesn't make
Present,
any
and I will
sense.
see you soon.
But I think like
There you go.
both Periwinkles, like the Charge and Chuck and the real one, were both active. like during the story. So sometimes it's the real Periwinkle, and sometimes it's the fake one.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. God, I love that comic. Lemmy's also, I think, is funnier though because of just how absurd it is.
Oh yeah, Lemmy's Ulcer is way funnier.
Oh my god.
This one's
short. This one's short.
How's it going, guys? This
Are
is
you sure?
Lemmy's
I thought it was
Yes,
like,
this is 11 minutes.
This one's only 12
a
minutes.
Koopa Kid comic that I made. Let's see, 24 years ago now, maybe 25 years
I'm
ago.
gonna redraw that logo.
It was right around the time that
I love the
Koopalings were
font.
popular back when they first appeared in, well, they first appeared in Mario Bros. 3. I've already read through these and it's pretty cringy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in here. As with the other video, if you want, you can just turn off the commentary. I don't know if it would... Whatever.
The other video,
So-
as if they're
Oh,
not
there's no way I
5
can
years
do this,
apart.
man. Anyway, we start off with Iggy and Lemmy standing on this ball. They're finishing each other's sentences here. That was kind of like a thing that I don't know if they did that in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, but they did it here, so... Hey, Roy, do you think that this school year will be better than last? And Roy's like, well, who do I answer? Hip or hop? So I guess when this Mario Bros. Super Show came out, they renamed all the Koopa kids, so Wendy became Cootie Pie, and Ludwig became like Kooky Vaughn or some stupid crap. And my sister and I hated it at first, and this is like right in the period of time where we were just starting to warm up to the new names, I guess, but Hip and Hop were really the only two that we accepted at this point. And throughout the comics, sometimes we still call them Iggy and Lemmy, but anyway. So everybody's laughing. And the bus is here, Koopas. Last one, oh man, I can hardly read this, it's so small. Last one on the bus is a rotten egg. But then inside, it's a really nice bus, there's no seats, just carpet.
A really
Sit
nice
down
bus, there's no
anywhere,
seats.
Koopas. So Larry, the hair
I mean, I would love to
colored
just
in
lie on the floor.
badly, I might add.
So,
Says, hey Wendy, what's the menu
provided it was
say?
clean.
And here comes the big moment right here. I'm kind of like sad about this, but fried Mario Tootsies, broiled mushroom heads, and strawberry raccoon tails. And then Ludwig is like, yeah, I'm hungry already. For the longest time, I thought it was fried mushroom heads, and it's broiled mushroom heads. The whole time, I was making
I see
jokes
the
about
tongue
something
and
that
the
didn't
drooling,
exist. Well,
but it
whatever.
doesn't look
So
like
then
it's
I
just a
used like
body
little Super
with a
Mario
big
Bros.
ass
3
head.
curtains to say after they reach the school, ladies first.
After they
Ludwig
roached
is
the
like,
school.
if she's a lady, I'm a Princess Toadstool, ha ha ha. Then that's the teacher's arm holding the stick and pointing up at the blackboard saying, Iggy, what is 3 times 4? Iggy says 12. I did it with closed eyes.
I did it with closed
Roy's drawing
eyes.
something there.
Like
I'm
that's
not
gonna
sure. Yeah,
like that's gonna
Bowser?
hurt your ability to do
Sure. Hard
math.
to
What are you
see it.
talking
After
about?
about 5 class periods, Lemmy's handing a note over to Iggy. It's starting already. When is lunch?
put
You're
that
broke,
back.
Hip. And then we show him writing a letter back saying, I don't know. Hip and Hop were not the only ones exchanging notes. All
They
of them
all
were.
were.
The poor, helpless little kids were hungry. Like, geez, can you make it any more graphic? Here is how much life is still in them. So, like, Iggy and Lemmy, the 2 smallest, I guess, so they're the
Oh no,
lowest.
they're at one pip.
Obviously, the fat ones, Roy, Ludwig, and Morton, had the most. I don't know why Wendy has so much life.
I will.
It
This
was
is Tim's
PD
Koopa
number
Kid
8, period
comic
number
that he made
8.
when he was, like,
8 periods? That's a
high
Oh, here we go.
school day, I would
Here we go,
say.
here we go, here we go.
Like, the most periods I ever had in a school day was 7. I don't know. So it was period number 8, and the Koopas were mad. Lemmy died, and he died, and was rushed home, and is still too weak to tell Bowser anything. He died. Like, jeez. It's like the 20th frame, and we're already, jeez. Okay, so the bell rings. That's actually a pretty good bell. And Iggy is like, it's gotta be the lunch bell. Follow the arrows. And then we get like this overhead
Follow the
view.
arrows.
So if they turn left, they go to the lunchroom. And then you look at the end of the hall, and the arrow's pointing to the right. It's like, no, Ludwig, I hope I don't see what I think I see. And then Iggy says, too late, Ludwig's right. The arrows point the other way. Okay, this is hard to read. So then the curtains come down again. Let's look at their life after 9 periods. But this time, prepare to get mad. The life is shown like Mega Man's. The reason I said prepare to get mad is because Mary, my sister, who was basically the only other one who was ever going to read it, wasn't a big Mega Man fan at the time. This will take 2 comics. Dots means life, solid means pain. Like, jeez, man, this is horrible.
Solid
So, as
means
per
pain.
usual, just Roy, Ludwig, and Morton are the only ones doing any good.
Dead.
Ugh.
Dead.
Even Wendy is too weak to throw a tantrum. Too weak to throw a big tantrum anyway. Ludwig is like, look at Roy. And then I try to do like a skinny Roy. And it's like, He's like, will this never end? It's finally time to go home, and the weary children stagger onto the bus. Man, why is this so graphic? So there's poor Iggy like, struggling to get up onto the bus, you know, get up the steps. So the bus takes off, but didn't they ride on an airship though? Like, well, I guess they took the bus to the airship. Anyway, that's the bus opening its door and the steps coming down. Here comes Bowser's ship. The Bowser's like, boy, I hope I got enough fuel. It's just fun to add little details like that. Boy, I hope Dad gets here.
Why does he have another thing that says Doom Ship Fuel?
I never picked up on that, but you're totally right.
Like, look, the fuel meter is the fuel meter. Like, you don't need an explanation.
We gotta be explicitly clear here.
Like
this is for the Doom ship.
Boy, I hope Dad gets here quick. My tummy hurts. This is awful. And there's Larry. There he is. And then he passes out. No, that's Iggy, actually.
No, that's Larry.
Come on, Larry. Hang in there until we get to the Doom ship. Or on the Doom ship.
It's like, did he try to draw these? It's like...
Now the Koopas have gotten onto the Doom ship with Bowser.
Are these panels like the size of like $1 coin?
So like, what's Story Master split?
Am I blind?
Dad,
What the fuck?
let me get you guys a snack. You must be hungry. Roy's like, you must be ravenous.
Ravenous.
Iggy's like,
thanks, Pop.
Good.
Good.
Good lord. So here, I guess he starts daydreaming, and he's just thinking of random images, and the images gradually start to turn into the image of his brother, and then he's like, pooh, he spits the food out, unbelievably enough. Pooh, Lemmy, Hip. So Wendy's like, what about him? That's an awfully big bow there. Where in Mega Man's eyeball is he? Bowser says Hip is in the... what? Recovery room, I think that's what it says. Damn.
Oh my
god.
god.
He's like, he's not in Mega Man's eye.
Oh my god, that's what it was.
Hip, you up there? He's like, come on in. Are you okay? Just a few ulcers, that's all. A few. Even one ulcer could kill Roy. I'm telling Dad.
But let me already die.
He presses down to tell Dad. Dad, Hip has an ulcer. Bowser's like, an ulcer? And then he just picks up the phone without even dialing. It says, an ulcer.
An ulcer.
Here comes the ambulance, and later Hip is at the hospital.
An ulcer?
It's an ulcer. I told you
this
was
an
stupid.
ulcer.
This is so dumb. Like, you can't get an ulcer from not eating, but I didn't care about
it's
any of
an
that. Well, that's why it
ulcer.
says on the front, it says, in the world of Koopas, ulcers can develop as a result of anything.
Oh yeah, those panels are small. You can see them through the paper.
Oh
Wait,
my...
is this college rule or wide rule? This looks like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks wider. It does look wider.
Yeah, I think it might be wide rule, yeah.
Yeah. It actually kind of looks like it.
So, I don't know. So it's like, even then, I knew it was stupid, but, oh well. Anyway, he says, I really feel alright, and the doctor says, for some reason it's a human doctor. Says, this guy can only live 72 more hours, and Ludwig says, look, because we're on panel number 72 in the comics. So dumb. You're talking about what number we're on? Come on, your brother is dying! And then Lemmy freaks out. Dying?! Lemmy, calm down. Oh, I'm not gonna make it to the end of this. Okay, calm down. We still have 72 hours. Well, 40 hours have passed, and Lemmy has been feeling terrible. His temperature rose steadily.
That's not how a thermometer works.
Terrible. His temperature...
What?
Okay. Okay.
I just think it's really funny. He's got a backwards thermometer.
Rose
What the
steadily.
fuck?
Yes, he's dreaming here. He's sleeping and dreaming about his ball attacking him.
Oh shit,
but
the
it's me.
Newgrounds thing.
No. Then he wakes up. Jeez. Hip, are you okay? Why did you scream? Just a dream. Come on in, whoever
Sorry, that
you
was
are. Because I can't
fucking
recognize your voice.
panel.
Good morning. You got the time in here? About 7:37.
Can I see that
Aren't you gonna be
again?
late for school?
Yeah, go back, go
I
back.
still don't know what to do about hunger. Couldn't you just hide under my bed? No, Dad knows I'm in here. We
Man,
couldn't
he's
work
so
it out 'cause we were
fat!
too
What the
busy
hell?
thinking about you.
I thought they were
That's
supposed to be
awfully
starving.
Man. Iggy! See him calling him Iggy.
It's 40 hours, right? They should have been
It's
able
Dad.
to eat.
I guess I better go.
Between...
Okay, good luck today. I'll be thinking of you. Likewise. Bye. The bus is here. I'm coming, Dad. He's so nice.
So
It's
nice.
one of those frames where like I wanted him to be smiling and
Oh,
I accidentally drew a
man.
frown at first. So then I had to make him smiling on the very tips of his mouth, like Diego Armando, you
No
know.
idea.
Lemmy was in severe pain. He only has 16 hours left before he dies. Except he already did. Nothing can cure his ulcers. At the school during the final period, to multiply fractions, you have to blah 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 blah. Ring ring, finally. Then back at the Doom ship, he's feeding the Koopa kid, and like, their arms are so skinny they don't even fit in their bracelet. That's funny. When are we going to the hospital? Yeah, is this almost over? How many more pages? Jeez, man. We're on our way right now. Yeah, this is not as good as the poker
There's
one.
something funny about making something
Yes, I
and
sure
being
hope
like,
Pip is
wait, when
okay.
is
I've
this
been
over?
worried.
God.
And I have to say all of every sentence. He doesn't have Lemmy there to finish his sentences, so it's kind of cute. Here
don't think
VR,
so,
I
though.
wish he would talk right. I don't know who's
Here
thinking that much
VR.
less who's
Okay,
saying that.
Chef Tort.
Lemmy hasn't spoken the last 4 hours. Little wimp. Come on, give the kid a break. He's only 3. The doctor's like, did you say this Lemmy is only 3? Ludwig, that's what he said. Are you deaf? Wait a minute, he probably can't hear me anyway. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. So that's why we've been using medicine for older children on him, and he's only 3. 3? Who spilled the beans? Hip, you're awake, you're alive.
Wait,
That should be
I
on your
thought I
chart.
was dead. Sure, you've only got 3
Yeah.
hours left. You
Why
slept
did
so
that look like
soundly.
the fucking like
Too late. It
the
takes the
little
capsules
scrimlow
3.5
that's like,
hours to kill the ulcer.
It takes
Oh,
the capsules
no.
3.5 hours to
Yeah.
kill one ulcer. Oh
Pickles?
no!
Jeez. That means, gulp, that Lemmy will... Well, what? And guys, I know how to save yourself. Yeah, and you too. From what? We're just fine. Not necessarily. How'd you feel an hour ago? Hungry? You got it. I don't know what's going on here. Mr. Genius just got another idea.
It did.
That professor beats me even when he's sick. If you don't get food from the school, you can bring food from home and eat it between classes if you get hungry. Man, I never would have thought of that. Oh, Clary's like watching this. She thinks he's dumb. So Lemmy, what are we gonna do about yourself? That's the best part. Listen to this and tell me I'm wrong. Oh my god. Okay, this is the last page. Thank God. I can't believe this is ridiculous. 2/3 of the time it takes the capsules to cure you is just getting to the stomach, not killing the ulcer, right? And everybody's like, right, and one of them is like, so.
I guess.
Then perhaps the injection needs a closer starting place. So give me a shot
I
in
thought
the
it was
leg.
a capsule.
I don't see how a shot in the leg is going to get to your stomach faster than you swallowing something, but okay. I'll be cured in 2 hours flat. What if the injection doesn't get to the bloodstream?
You're not trying to get to the bloodstream. What are you
We must
talking
take a
about?
chance.
We must
So he's
take
getting
the
the shot in the leg, and
chance.
Bowser's like, you're a good boy.
What's going on?
2 hours later on the, whatever, sonogram.
X-ray.
Oh my god, sonogram. The vaccine's antibodies are tearing up the ulcers and everybody's cheering.
What?
You will make it, Hip. Can we go back to Koopa Castle now?
Castle now.
Isn't it?
Oh my god,
criminal?
this Bowser is ridiculous. I was waiting for someone to say that. Well, the Koopa kids worked everything out, and now their stomachs feel great. The end.
Bowser.
I am so sorry that I... Well, I didn't really build it up to be that great in the first place, but holy crap, I don't remember it being that bad. Jeez, man. Well, that's Lemmy's ulcer for you guys, so hope you hated it as much as I did, or enjoyed it, or whatever. See you guys later. How's it going?
Don't forget.
You've never seen Lemmy's ulcer, Betsy? What?
Lemmy's ulcer is like.
You should look it up.
He made these Koopa Kid comics, like these comics.
Oh
With
my
Koopa
God.
Kids. And it's so
Oh, fuck.
Magnus
Is this the
movie night. Can
scripted
we
news?
please? Oh my god.
Please.
What?
Is this the script of the next Mario movie?
Oh.
I hope so. I hope they just take this and give Tim the royalties, obviously.
That would be.
All right, so the next thing is to get all of these retyped so we can do a fan dub, right?
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to try and read the dialogue with some half of it written in highlighter pen?
I think that will be funny.
Okay, we could do it that way then.
Lemmy's also gets an adaptation before the water hands. Oh my god.
Lemmy's also reanimated. You mean animated?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's what we need.
Lemmy's also royal. I'm glad that Rosie, Wales, and Paper Star were so invested in this. I lose my mind every time I remember that the solution to the ulcer is to give it a shot in the leg so that it'll get to the stomach faster.
I love when Tim reads, like, he's got 3 more hours, and then it takes 3.5 hours, and the way Tim goes, oh no!
My favorite thing in the world is that, like, they go to school, there's no food, and they don't come up with a solution for 40 hours, but they're still going to school.
Lemmy's ulcer 0.2 a fragmentary passage.
Let's go.
This is
Wait.
the UCU, the ulcer cinematic
Oh
universe.
my god.
Lemmy's ulcer 358 days over 2.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Union Cross.
I mean, even one ulcer could kill Roy. I don't know why we brought Roy
Even
into
one.
the equation.
I love how it's so because he uses die in the sense of like, oh, you died in Mario, you just got hurt and went to the beginning of the level, like when Lemmy dies. But then also he like dies for real.
When you die in the hospital, you die for real.
He died metaphorically, and then he was about to die.
Lemmy
that's
died
insane.
and was rushed home. I need that on my soundboard.
My dude.
Lemmy's ulcer 2. Goodbye despair.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Lemmy's ulcer V3 killing hunger.
Oh. Lemmy's ulcer 5, the Phantom Pain.
God, dude. Lemmy's
I
ulcer,
can't.
another episode, Ultra Despair Koopas.
Ultra Despair lunchtime.
No. God.
This fucking sends me every time I watch it. I have to watch it once a year for good luck. So
Lemmy's ulcer revelations.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm sticking with that one till I die.
Lemmy's ulcer 7 retransmission.
Lemmy's ulcer and Knuckles, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Score.
Oh my god.
with new
Lemmy's
funky mode.
ulcer
With new funky mode. Why are
Lemmy's
you
ulcer
like
7
wait,
rebirth.
why is Twilly Hatcher like off center?
I have no idea. I didn't move it. So like,
What happened?
no idea, dude.
Just kind of.
I
just
thought I
kinda
had it.
moved a
Oh,
little
it's
bit.
because these are two different sources. That's why.
Oh, Lemmy and the Giant Ulcer.
Lemmy's ulcer 14 and Walker.
Well, look, it looks like he could sing what? What?
Lemmy and the Pulsating Ulcer.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Lemmy's ulcer, aka any zombie monster thing in Resident Evil.
Oh god. Lemmy's Ulcer 7 Biohazard.
Lemmy 3 side ulcer.
Oh my god. Lemmy 3 ulcer run.
Stopped operation.
Oh my
Ugh.
god. Oh my
Why?
god, what was that? Lemmy's Ulcer 11XS.
Legend of Lemmy, Ulcer of Time.
What the fuck? What, Dragon Quest 11 has such a fucking long ass name. Hold on.
Koopaling Legends
Echoes
ulcer.
of an Elusive Age. There you go.
Zero,
yeah.
Will. 0 alcohol.
0. Yeah.
Completely none.
I am tired and my throat kind of hurts, so I'm loopy. I think I have
It
a
is
canker
just
sore.
it is just forever 3 a.m. here. We've established this evening.
Emblem 3 ulcers. Even one ulcer could kill Roy.
Yeah, why did we just bring Roy into this? Is it another case of like, oh, they just wanted to use the fat one as an example? Because Tim does that like 3 times.
Yeah. You have to figure that Ludwig and Roy and Ludwig are the fattest ones. They probably take the biggest chunks.
They formed
I
an
think that's from
alliance
the Mario
together.
Bros. 3. They formed an alliance because they're fat. It's like,
Yo, Fat Alliance. You know what? I could understand that.
yeah.
I'll pog that.
Well, yeah, whatever. Fat Ludwig says we can go home. We can run away together.
Lemmy's Alsona 5 Royal.
Echoes of
Alsona!
an
And it's an injection instead of the gun.
Oh my god. Oh god. Persona 3, but it's like EpiPens instead of evokers.
Yeah, God.
Oh, soda. God, that'd be the most lit fucking way to like take out your fucking persona, just injecting yourself or something.
Instead of Jack Frost, it's that fucking doctor. I don't know.
I don't think that's as bad as the imagery of shooting yourself in the head to summon your latent powers, but sticking yourself like 40 times in one dungeon delve would not be good either.
Mhm. I'm glad that I'm like 6 hours into Persona 3, so I understand what you all are talking about.
Let's go, dude.
If I didn't stream Dust Pit Brew Hooktail Pit tonight, that's what I was gonna do with my nights. So I'm glad that we have to have this get to have this laughing fit instead.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Limit.
Look, those are not comparable.
They are to the Koopalings.
No, evokers don't shoot anything. It's just psychosomatic.
Ulcer and kidney. What's another like?
Ulcer and kidney stone.
Oh, ugh.
Lemmy, ulcer and stone version.
Goodness me.
One's from not eating, the other's from drinking too much iced tea. I don't know.
Real.
I think that can give you a stone.
Ulcering shadow of the kidney.
I guess that's probably true. I guess that would be true, Liam.
Super Lemmy Bros. Ulcernet.
Ulcer.
Now I gotta look at my Steam library to figure out what other ulcer games we can make.
Yeah, that's like, okay, hang on.
Lemmy Souls 2, Scholar of the First Ulcer.
Ulcer Knight. Ulcer Valley.
What's happening?
Among Ulcer. Ulcer Path Traveler.
I was thinking like Octo Lemmy Travel Ulcer. No, that's nothing.
The Ulcer of Lemmy instead of the Binding of Isaac. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah.
Ulcer's
Oh.
Gate 3.
Ulcer Wilds.
Oh, your ulcers. Ulcer crossing new kidneys.
Ugh.
5 ulcers at me.
Koopa's Pro Ulcer 3!
What? 5 ulcers at Lemmy's is too looking. God.
No hip location.
Oh.
Location.
Oh. Holy fuck.
What the fuck is happening?
Fuck, dude. How the fuck is this getting this much mileage?
I don't know. I don't know how we haven't run out.
Ulcer Tower!
Lemmy Koopa's underground.
Hello there. Hello there.
A dance of Lemmy and Ulcer.
Lemmy's versus ulcers.
Oh shit.
Lemmy's road to Ulcer.
Ugh.
Oh fuck.
play all of these. I don't know what to tell you.
Bro, free.
Also,
Dirty surgery for all.
oh,
Lemmy
Oh my
Center, second ulcer.
Ultimate Lemmy versus Capcom 3. Wait, versus Ulcer 3. Frick, forgot the
Oh, man.
important part.
little ulcer and the Guardians of Lemmy's Land.
Oh fuck.
Lemmy Fairer Ulcer Edition.
Ulcer
Ulcer
Simulator.
Jam. Ulcer versus Hypothermia 3 Ulcer.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know how we are still going with this. It's been what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
We've been doing this for almost as long as the actual video.
Kidney stones.
Ulcer Strike Condition Lemmy.
An ulcer in time. No more ulcers too. This is
More ulcers too. Desperate hunger.
ulcer despair.
Yo.
Dicey
Fatty
ulcers.
Roy's Ulcer Surprise. Ulcer Fest 2024. Ulcerware, get it together.
Oh my god. Oh, well, there has to be a
Lunch.
Lemmy's ulcer party.
Lunch starved Lemmy of the ulcer.
Okay, group
No, yeah, there
cosplay
has to
idea.
be.
All of the Koopalings as designed by Tim.
So we're all wearing wide ruled paper, got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper mache, baby.
Oh, that would actually be so freaking awesome. Like, just like a full body suit, but it's textured like fucking, like, lined paper.
Loose leaf shit. I love that. Seeing
Yeah,
that much
then we
loose
all-
leaf takes me back to the olden days.
Then we have to take a photo with Tim.
Ulcer Lemmy Club.
It's like, hey, guess what we're cosplaying as? Oh, no, what? We're cosplaying as Lemmy's
We can,
ulcer.
one person
Oh.
can be Periwinkle as well, even though he's a different comic. But
You know, Tim can be Periwinkle. He'd be perfect.
he would. Just gotta get that that ponytail.
Lemmy and his forgotten ulcer. That's so much better than if it was just the forgotten ulcer.
1,000-year ulcer.
Well, I was gonna say Lemmy Fables the everlasting ulcer.
Oh my god.
Ulcer tail.
Ulcer
I
tail!
did not get the ulcer tail before.
Ah!
It's perfect.
How did we? It took us 10 damn
I went through my
minutes.
Steam. I went through my library like 3 times and just scrolled past Undertale like nothing was happening.
Damn.
Sea of ulcers.
Ulceroon.
Alder's ulcer.
Baldur's ulcer.
Putt saves Lemmy's ulcer.
What sake?
Oh my god, dude.
Lemmy's ulcer tycoon.
You have to build worse ulcers.
It's
Oh,
like
To eventually kill Lemmy. Ulcers Incorporated.
This is honestly every single Billy Hatcher stream. We get into some wild shit.
oh my god.
I guess like if you have to deal with both
Lemmy's
menopause
return to
and an
ulcer
ulcer, I
land.
guess just die. I don't know what to tell you.
Lemmy 64, the ulcer shards.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck,
Lemmy and
dude.
the amazing ulcer.
Ulcer Dew Valley.
Lemmy Planet Ulcer Bot. I don't know.
I'm running out of games, y'all.
Lemmy
Lemmy-
superstar ulcer.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Lemmy Ulcer Deluxe.
Fuck, dude.
Return to Ulcer Land.
Lemmy Ulcer Ride. Ulcer. Lemmy versus Ulcer 2.
Lemmy and Iggy, Ulcer Star Saga.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ulcer.
Lemmy and Iggy, Ulcers in Time.
Lemmy Pop 2.
Stop.
I saw Honey Pop and I'm like, Ulcer Pop? No, that's nothing. God, that would have been a very different game if it was called Ulcer Pop.
It would have.
Like Honey Pop, but they're all like
Like all
Silent
of these
Hill
wouldn't have been completely
freaks.
different games.
One step from beyond good and Ulcer.
Say something nice about Lemmy's Ulcer. Well, it's the greatest comic of all time.
That's about
I know I
Lemmy's
sound like
Ulcer.
I know like we're clearly like having a good time here, but like legitimately, this is just always so much. This is so entertaining every time I watch it. So like,
It is very fun.
oh my
Ulcer
god.
Shock Infinite.
Oh.
It takes two ulcers.
Also, just one of my favorite things. We mentioned this earlier, but one of the top comments in this video is Luca being like, "I was on the edge of my seat most of that time." This is like correct.
Oh, why has anyone said this already? I completely forget. Lemmy Hatcher and the giant ulcer.
Oh no!
Yeah, let me.
Why are we hatching ulcers?
Ulcer crashers. Oh fuck.
No.
Oh,
Ulcer crashes.
no.
Ulcer block theater.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's an ulcer.
Oh my god.
We ulcer. This just implies that it's just a game of like, here you go, you have an ulcer.
Deal with it with your Wii remote.
Ulcer.
Mighty hungry ulcer ranger.
The impossible ulcer. American ulcer simulator. Jesus.
Imagine ulcers.
Oh my god. Oh. Wait a minute. Why did
Oh,
we
no.
not think of this?
Oh no.
Oh boy. I can't.
Oh
wait.
god.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, hang on. I need to make sure I get this right. I need to break this in.
That's a
Oh,
good
no.
one, Nick. America's Next Top Ulcer.
America's Next.
I gotta do it before you.
Gotta remember the
Uh.
Lemmy part. The Lemmy is important too.
Well,
There
Lem
it
is the
is.
protagonist in every one of these.
Oh,
Check ulcer.
Project Ulcer.
What?
Oh my god. It's been 20 minutes, I think.
Why?
Why not?
Just why? I'm
Oh,
reading back
this
because
is
I need
the-
to
this
find
is-
when this started.
This is an
Oh,
ad
dude.
for Twilight King, twitch.tv/Twilight King 432. All fans.
Lemmy and Iggy ulcers.
Okay,
inside
it's been
story.
almost 30 minutes, my dude.
What?
ugh.
I
If
thought
we-
this.
I
I
can
thought this
go-
wrapped
I
up
can-
at like 6 o'clock on the dot.
Oh, never mind. I'm reading different times. Never mind.
Oh, is this how any of you predicted your night going? I didn't make it this far when I was planning out the rest of my night. No.
Yeah. I was over here like, man, I need to go take a shower, and then this happened, and now I just spent another 15 minutes just cooking.
Listen, you're invested in the ulcer cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Aiden Ulcer.
Do you
Twilight
see
Ulcer 432. Polter Ulcer
The la-
5000.
Ulster Gust.
Ulcer Gus.
Fuck. Y'all need Jesus. Thank you, Flarker.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh my. Okay, Rosie, that one's really good.
What? Okay, wait, where is
Oh
that?
my
shit?
God.
Ulcer.
You know what? Never mind. That's the one that's getting pinned. I'm sorry. I meant to pin this.
Flarker,
that's
you
so
did this to
good.
yourself. That Rosie, that one wins. I can't top it, no matter what.
Cyber Coop surgeon.
God, I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and people are gonna be like, how was yesterday? I was like, oh man, ulcer, an ulcer.
An ulcer.
I'm I'm listening to you say this while looking at the freaking Twilly Hatcher.
Honestly, this is the thing about the Billy Hatcher icon is that it matches the unhinged energy of how these go so perfectly. It's a fantastic.
Oh fuck.
I might change my profile picture on one of my accounts to that. I'm not even sure.
Oh no,
It took me
there's an
so long to get the
ulcer
eyes
in
looking
my
right.
Lemmy.
We
I
don't want
think that I found
ulcers in
myself an
the
ulcer.
Lemmy.
It is always right there in my stomach.
Where's my ulcer?
Dude, where's my ulcer?
Lemmy fantasy. Ulcers apparent.
Oh my god.
Harold and Kumar get an ulcer.
You know what? I'm down for this just being like the nicknames of these servers.
Oh, are we changing all of our nicknames in the server to ulcer names now?
Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no, he's already done. Oh no, they both two of them.
Running with an ulcer.
Ulcer generations.
Going no ulcer. The mech super ulcer.
Yeah.
Got the moves like ulcer.
Got the moves like ulcer. I got the moves.
Oh, that's one spicy ulcer right there.
What? One time Tim sang that in an LP and just like shrieked the high note. Got the move.
Oh fuck, dude.
What's happening, man?
Oh,
I wonder, watching everything just unravel. Is this how like SpongeBob felt when he was injected with the snail plasma and he could just feel himself transforming?
Oh god.
Mental illness for 30 minutes. I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Mental illness for 30
Actually, it lasts 72 hours.
Oh my
Ludwig's like, look.
minutes. Look.
Because we're on panel number 72.
If you get an ulcer from having Nintendo Capri, not Nintendo Caprice.
Well, in the
those
world of the
exist now.
Koopas, ulcers can develop as a result of anything.
You would think they would develop a cure if anything could just ulcer.
No, it's like the common cold. But it's like ulcers.
But the common cold can't kill.
You don't.
I mean, it can, I
Well-
guess, but like, it's not likely.
I'm saying ulcer so much, like it's
Well,
like
Lemmy
it's not
already
like a
died,
foreign
He was
word.
already like.
It's not a word.
Ain't no party like an ulcer party.
Oh.
Paper reels.
Oh my god.
Ulcer gin. Proton ulcer.
God.
Oh.
Ulcer glizzy? Ulcer glizzy?
New Splatoon idols, all and sir. You jacked out.
No, it's Lemmy and ulcer. One of them's
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Kirby.
Yo, we're back to the J.
Oh, is it Jarton time?
Oh my god.
Oh. I'm going to hop off because I need to go to bed.
I also need to go to bed.
I need to go to bed. I need to shower and then go to bed.
Sorry if you were like here for this. Your check's in the mail.
Oh,
A Jolser.
I wish. A
Jolser!
Jolser!
Oh, there we
wait,
go.
Ulcer Blade too.
Jemmy's Jolser
You're
by
Jackson.
Jimothy Bishop.
Oh my god. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bedtime.
Yeah, man.
I'm hanging
Yeah.
up.
It's time to
Thank you all so
stop.
much for tonight. This was fun.
This
I got
was
to draw.
very
It was
fun. Jails
Joel's
Gomez.
there it is. It comes full circle. We're back to Joel Surplus.
The
Yeah, I
Discord-
need the Jower before I get a Jolser.
Who should we raid?
See you later.
Discord.
Twitter.
No! Boy, wait. It's not Twitter anymore. Now it's not Twitter anymore. Now it's just J.
Oh my god, the Twitter.
Oh, fuck.
All right, peace. I'll see you all later.
Good night,
Who should we
Nice.
raid and with what?
I think you know what? It'd be nice to raid, but I feel like it'd be sweeter. It's like if you know, you know. What happened in here stays in here.
Yeah, there's something about this just feels like it needs to be concealed knowledge.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. It's got 8.6 thousand views.
No.
I
We
mean,
need the
what
lore.
happened here?
Yeah. What happened in this fucking stream?
We're laughing about this comic. By the way, this comic is older than me by a significant margin. Because this is either 92 or 93.
Oh my god. The jaw. So are we rating?
Who could we raid? Who would just be like, Farron might have fun with this.
Farron's on. That's all I know is that Farron is on.
Ulcer heights.
Under penalty of ulcer, do not speak another word of this. Do not speak a word of this to another ulcer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you hear that? Also, you better not talk shit, or I'm gonna like rip you out. Okay.
Ulcer of Lemmy, tears of the Koopa.
All right, I'm gonna take this opportunity to take my
Yeah,
Jeeve.
go shower.
Go
Yeah.
shower, girl.
I'm gonna go wash off this ulcer.
Oh,
Have a good night.
No, you the injection. You gotta have 3 hours. You could, I don't know.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be fine. 72 hours, right? 40 hours pass. Good
The
night.
40 hours of pet. We've been giving him medicine for older kids, but he's only 3. Like what? How did they not know he's 3? I don't. There's so many questions.
I also have many questions, just in general, not just about just in general.
Okay, I guess we'll raid Farron, but like I don't know. Are we not communicating the ulcer? Is this forsaken knowledge?
Communicate the ulcer.
Lemmy's ulcer.
I mean, that's the simple way to do it, right? Just give him the title.
Yeah, we can just be ulcer. Yeah.
All
what about
lowercase,
an
too.
ulcer? Like how Bowser picks up the phone and just without context just says an ulcer.
Menols.
I got it.
Menols. Okay. Oh, like that? Okay.
I just made that up. That was the top of my head.
God, it does not look like a real word in all
It
caps.
stopped. Yeah, the phone emoji.
The phone.
Oh, mental illness. Yeah, me too. Me too. Alright. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out. This was fun. I needed the good vibes. I'll catch y'all later. I don't know what I'll do. I'll stream again, I'm sure. Normalcy? I don't know about that. This is Twilight King 432, where it's always 3 a.m.
That's
So,
the tagline now.
yeah.
There's no going back.
Yeah, truly. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
I don't think I didn't see that, Liam.
What the Ulci?